Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Liam and Olivia.
Yes, welcome. We are so happy you are here with us today.
This is the podcast where English feels real, natural, and part of your everyday life.
Before we get started, a quick reminder to like this episode if it helps you.
And if you have not subscribed yet, please do it now. A fresh episode is waiting for you every single day.
So, today we are looking at two phrasal verbs that look almost identical,
Two phrases that use the same first word,
that feel like they should mean the same thing,
but absolutely do not.
and mixing them up can genuinely change the meaning of what you are saying in a significant way.
Today, we are talking about give up and give in.
Now, at first glance, these look very similar. Same verb, different small word at the end.
But that small word makes an enormous difference in meaning, in feeling, in how the person you are talking to understands you.
And once you understand both of these fully, you will use them with complete confidence.
And your English is going to feel so much more precise and natural because of it.
Let us get into it.
Let's start with give up and really understand everything this phrase carries.
Give up means to stop doing something, to abandon a pursuit, to quit something you were working on or trying to achieve.
It's about ending your effort toward something, deciding not to continue, walking away from something you were engaged with.
And it can apply to so many different situations in life.
Think about someone who's been learning a new language. And it's hard. It takes longer than they expected. There are weeks when it feels like nothing is improving.
And at some point, the question comes, do I keep going or do I give up?
Giving up here means stopping the learning entirely, deciding that this pursuit is not worth continuing, ending the effort.
Or think about a fitness goal. Someone commits to running regularly. They start well, but after a few difficult weeks, they give up.
They stop going. They don't run anymore. The goal is abandoned. That's give up in a personal health context.
Or in a professional situation, someone has been working on a creative project, a book, a business idea, a piece of art.
And the progress is slow. The obstacles feel large, and they give up on the project.
They stop working on it. They set it aside, perhaps permanently, perhaps not, but the active pursuit has ended.
Give up is about stopping engagement with something, ending your effort, deciding this particular thing is not going to continue.
And it's important to say that giving up is not always the wrong choice. Sometimes it's the most intelligent and honest decision available.
Sometimes you give up on something because you realized it was not right for you, or because a better path has opened up, or because what you learned in the pursuit was enough.
Giving up on a career path that was making you miserable to find something better is not failure, it's wisdom.
Giving up on a habit that wasn't serving you to make room for one that does is not weakness, it's self-awareness.
So, give up carries complex emotions. Sometimes it feels like defeat, and sometimes it feels like relief, and sometimes both at once.
But the core meaning is always the same. You are doing something or pursuing something, and you have stopped.
Give up also appears in one other very important context. When you give something up voluntarily, you surrender it, you offer it willingly.
Think about giving up your seat for someone who needs it more on a crowded train. You had the seat, you chose to surrender it to someone else.
Or giving up a habit for a period of time. I gave up sugar for the whole month. That means voluntarily surrendering something you had access to.
Or giving up an opportunity because something more important came along. She gave up the job offer to stay closer to her family.
In all of these cases, something is being voluntarily released, surrendered, given away.
So give up has two main faces: stopping an effort or pursuit, and voluntarily surrendering something you had.
And both are important, and both come up constantly in real English conversations.
Now, say it with us. Everyone listening, repeat these out loud.
I am not going to give up on this. She gave up her seat for the elderly woman. He gave up the project after months of trying.
Say them again. I am not going to give up on this. She gave up her seat for the elderly woman. He gave up the project after months of trying.
3 different uses of give up. All natural, all real, all carrying slightly different meanings, but all using the same phrase.
Feel how specific give up is? It's always about stopping or surrendering. Remember that.
Now, let's look at give in, and this is where the real difference lives.
Give in means to stop resisting something, to yield to pressure, persuasion, or a request, to accept something after initially refusing or resisting it.
The key difference from give up is this. Give up is about stopping your own effort. Give in is about stopping your resistance to something external.
With give up, you were doing something and you stopped.
With give in, someone or something was pushing on you, and now you've stopped resisting.
Think about a negotiation. Two parties are discussing a contract. One party wants a lower price, the other holds firm for a while.
But eventually, the pressure becomes too much, or the argument becomes too convincing, and they give in on the price. They accept the lower figure.
They were resisting, they stopped resisting, they gave in.
Or in a parent-child situation, the child wants something. The parent says no. The child persists, keeps asking, keeps finding new angles.
That's a very relatable parenting moment.
Very relatable indeed. Give in to children is practically a professional skill.
Or in a personal health situation. Someone is trying to eat more healthily, and there is a plate of their favorite food in front of them, and they resist for a while.
And then they give in to the temptation. They eat it. The resistance collapsed.
Give in to temptation is actually one of the most common phrases using give in, because resisting temptation and eventually yielding to it is something every human being knows.
Or in a debate or argument, someone holds their position for a while, but the evidence or the reasoning becomes too strong.
And they give in. They accept the other person's point. They yield their position.
Giving in here is not weakness, it's intellectual honesty, being willing to change your position when the argument for it is genuinely better than your own.
And give in also appears in emotional contexts, when you've been holding back an emotion and you finally give in to it.
You've been trying not to cry, you've been trying to stay composed, but the feeling is too strong, and you give in to it, you let yourself cry.
That giving in is actually a form of emotional release, of allowing yourself to feel what you've been resisting feeling.
And sometimes giving in emotionally is the most healing thing you can do.
So give in is always about resistance meeting its match, something pushing on you and you finally yielding.
The pushing can come from another person, from a situation, from your own desires or emotions, but there's always something external or internal exerting pressure.
And give in is when that pressure wins, when the resistance stops.
Now, let's really cement the difference. Give up is about your effort. Give in is about your resistance.
Give up is active. You were doing something, now you're not.
Give in is reactive. Something was pressing on you, now you've yielded to it.
If you give up on learning English, you stop studying and practicing. You have ended your pursuit.
If you give in during an argument about whether to continue learning English, you accept the other person's view that you should. You have stopped resisting their position.
One is about your forward action, the other is about your resistance to external pressure.
And now that difference is completely clear, and it's going to stay clear because of those real examples.
Say it with us now. Repeat these out loud. Please do not give up on yourself. I gave in to the pressure eventually. She gave in to her craving and had the chocolate.
Say it again. Please do not give up on yourself. I gave in to the pressure eventually. She gave in to her craving and had the chocolate.
Give up is stopping your own effort. Give in is yielding to something pressing on you. Now you feel the difference in real sentences.
That feeling is what fluency is built from, not memorized definitions. Real felt understanding. And you have it now.
Now let us also look at some extended uses and related phrases that will make your English even richer.
The phrase give up on someone or something is particularly important and worth understanding fully.
When you give up on someone, it means you stop believing in their ability to change or improve, or you stop investing effort in the relationship.
A teacher who gives up on a student has stopped believing that student can succeed, and that is a significant and painful thing.
Or a friend who has been struggling with something difficult and the people around them give up on them, stop trying to be supportive because they feel the situation is hopeless.
Giving up on someone carries a weight of abandonment, of withdrawn belief.
But the opposite is even more powerful. Not giving up on someone is one of the most loving and sustaining things one person can do for another.
I will never give up on you. That sentence is a profound commitment. It says, no matter how hard this gets, I will keep believing in you.
And give in to pressure versus give in to reason are worth distinguishing too.
Giving in to pressure means you changed because someone pushed you, not because you genuinely agreed, just because the pressure became too much to resist.
Giving in to reason means you changed because the argument was genuinely better than your own position, because you were intellectually honest enough to acknowledge it.
One feels reluctant and perhaps resentful. The other feels respectful and mature.
And in real life, both happen, and knowing the difference helps you understand your own experiences and the experiences of others more clearly. Now let us talk about some common mistakes learners make with these two phrasal verbs.
The first mistake, using give up when give in is the correct phrase for the situation.
For example, saying, I was trying to resist eating sweets, but I finally gave up. This sounds like you stopped resisting sweets forever, which might not be what you meant.
The more natural phrase would be, I finally gave in and had a sweet. Because you were resisting and then you yielded. That's give in.
Or saying, she gave up to his request. This does not work naturally in English.
The natural phrase is, she gave in to his request. She was resisting, she stopped resisting, she yielded.
The question to ask yourself is always, was I stopping my own effort or was I stopping my resistance to something else?
If you were stopping your own effort, give up. If you were stopping your resistance, give in.
The second mistake, using give in when you mean to voluntarily surrender or offer something.
For example, saying, she gave in her seat on the train. This does not work.
The correct phrase is she gave up her seat because she voluntarily surrendered something she had.
Give in does not work for voluntarily surrendering physical things or opportunities. That's give up territory.
Give in is always about resistance to pressure, not about voluntary offering.
The third mistake, thinking give up always means something negative or weak.
Give up can be the most courageous and wisest choice in a situation, and framing it only as failure or weakness misses so much of what this phrase actually does.
When you give up something that was harming you, when you give up a path that wasn't right, when you give up a dream to pursue something that fits you better.
All of those give-ups can be brave and wise and ultimately life-affirming.
So do not let the emotional weight of the phrase stop you from using it naturally when it's the right phrase. Give up is neutral. The context gives it its emotional color.
Now let us bring both of these phrasal verbs into real-life situations together.
Imagine a scenario that many people will recognize. You've been working on a difficult professional project for months. The progress has been slow, the obstacles have been significant.
And there comes a moment when you have to decide, do you keep going or do you give up?
You sit with a mentor and talk it through honestly, and they ask you, have you genuinely exhausted all the options, or are you giving up because it's hard in this specific moment?
And that question is important because there's a difference between giving up wisely and giving up because the difficulty feels overwhelming in this specific moment.
And you realize that you haven't exhausted all the options. You've been resisting trying one particular approach because it felt like admitting the original plan had a flaw.
And your mentor says it sounds like you need to give in on that point, accept that the original plan needs adjusting, and then keep going.
Give in on one specific point, yield on that resistance, but don't give up on the whole project.
And that distinction is exactly the kind of clarity that a native English speaker would use naturally.
Give in on this, don't give up on that. Two different phrases, two different actions, both helping navigate a real professional challenge.
And you follow that advice. You give in on the original plan, you adjust, and you keep going.
You didn't give up, you gave in on one piece of resistance to serve the bigger purpose of not giving up, and that combination made all the difference.
Now let's try a relationship situation.
Two people in a long relationship have been having the same disagreement for a long time about where they want to live, about a decision that affects both of them.
Both of them have been holding their positions. Neither has been willing to move, and the tension is building.
One of them is afraid that any movement means weakness, that giving in means losing, that giving up means failing.
But they're confusing two different things. Giving in on some of your position in a negotiation is not losing. It's compromise. It's recognizing that the relationship matters more than being right.
And giving up on the relationship would be something completely different. That would be ending the pursuit of this partnership entirely.
One of them finally says, I think I need to give in a little on where I stand on this, not because I've completely changed my mind, but because I can see that holding firm is hurting us.
And the other person feels something shift because that giving in wasn't weakness, it was love. It was choosing the relationship over the position.
And they say, I appreciate that, and I think I need to give in a little too.
Both giving in, toward each other, not giving up on each other, but yielding on their individual positions to find something together.
And the conversation that follows is easier than any they've had in months because the resistance has been released and they can actually hear each other now.
That's give in a relationship context, not defeat, a form of love.
Let's try one more, a personal and emotional situation.
Someone has been trying to reach a significant goal for a long time, something personal and important to them.
And the journey has been long and the setbacks have been real, and there are days when they genuinely wonder whether they should give up.
And they sit with that question honestly, not dismissively, not with false positivity.
And they realize something important. The goal itself still matters to them. What they want to give up is a particular approach that is not working.
Giving up on the approach, not on the dream.
And they also realize that they've been resisting asking for help because asking for help has felt like admitting weakness.
And they decide to give in on that resistance, to stop resisting the idea of asking for support.
They reach out, they ask for help, and the help they received changes everything.
They didn't give up, they gave in on one piece of resistance, and that gave them what they needed to keep going.
Give up versus give in. Two phrases, two completely different energies, both incredibly useful for navigating real-life decisions. And now you understand both of them completely in their full complexity. Say it with us one final time. Everyone listening, repeat these out loud.
I am not giving up on my dream. I am giving in on this one approach and finding a better one.
Say it again. I am not giving up on my dream. I am giving in on this one approach and finding a better one.
That sentence uses both phrasal verbs correctly, naturally, in one real thought.
And now both of those phrases are completely yours.
Let us bring everything together now.
Give up means to stop an effort or pursuit, to abandon something you were engaged with, or to voluntarily surrender something you had.
Give in means to stop resisting something, external or internal, to yield to pressure, persuasion, temptation, or emotion after initially holding firm.
Give up is about your active effort ending. Give in is about your resistance ending.
The question to always ask yourself is, was I stopping something I was doing, or was I stopping my resistance to something pressing on me?
Stopping something you were doing is give up. Stopping your resistance is give in.
And the mistakes to avoid: do not use give up when you mean yield to pressure, that is give in. Do not use give in when you mean voluntarily offer or surrender something, that is give up. And do not think give up always means weakness. Sometimes it is the wisest and most courageous choice available.
Two phrases, one small word different. Completely different meanings, completely different feelings, and now completely yours.
You are doing something remarkable in this language, paying attention to the details, caring about the precision. That is what real fluency is built from.
And you are building it. Every single episode, every conversation you attempt, every phrase you add to your English.
Do not give up on this language. Give in to the joy of getting better at it every day.
And we will keep showing up for you every single episode because you showing up inspires us to keep going too.
If today helped you finally understand the difference between give up and give in, please give it a like right now.
And if you're not yet subscribed, please join our family today. A brand new episode is ready for you every single day.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Every single listen truly means the world to us.
This has been English with Liam and Olivia. Simple English, real conversations, daily practice.
Take care of yourselves. Do not give up and give in to the good things. We'll see you in the very next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.